Good evening. The medical director of 2 Kent hospitals says they're close to breaking point tonight under the pressure of the Covid-19 pandemic. Across the southeast, over 17,000 coronavirus patients have had to have hospital treatment, including nearly 2,400 people in hospital this evening. Ventilators are being used for 213 patients to help them breathe. Doctors at the Maidstone and Tunbridge Wells Trust are treating up to 4 times as many people as they had during the first wave of the pandemic last year. They say staff are on their knees. Our special correspondent Colin Campbell has more.
The second wave of Covid has put hospitals under extreme pressure.
We certainly had the first surge last year, and we have now 3 or 4 times the number of patients we're looking after compared to that period of time. And we thought it was tough back then, and we know that it's tough now. I wouldn't say we're at breaking point, but I'd say we were close.
To help ease the pressure, military personnel are being drafted in.
The exact numbers and jobs that they might be doing is unknown. However, I believe the military has deployed some help to other trusts in Kent, and I'm expecting that same help to be afforded to MTW.
Around 300 Covid patients are being cared for in Maidstone and Tunbridge Wells hospitals. For exhausted staff, there's been no let-up for 11 months. It's a crisis compounded by staff shortages brought on by the virus.
This is very difficult for the staff, and without wishing to put too fine a point on it, the staff are on their knees. Some have to self-isolate, and obviously because someone in their household has Covid, and because of that drop in numbers, then this is the area that we have to focus on a daily basis.
With its wards full of Covid patients, what medical professionals want people to understand is that hospitals remain under immense strain. Adding to it is the stress and the difficulty of communicating with relatives who are unable to see their loved ones.
I can imagine, and I'm sure others can as well, what it might be like to have a loved one who is seriously unwell. We have to work very hard to ensure that this communication is as good as possible. And I would just ask for forbearance from the people of West Kent in the fact that this is a very difficult situation.
There is talk at the moment of easing lockdown. Does this worry you at the moment?
Well, I don't think we've necessarily even got control of this current surge, actually. Whenever we reach the peak, and some say that we've reached the peak already in Kent, that peak is not a point where suddenly everything gets better day after day after day. I'm expecting a plateau.
Despite the challenges, they say they're providing good, safe care to all and believe the continued pressure from Covid will go on for at least a month, providing lockdown rules are adhered to. Colin Campbell, BBC South East Today.